What is your favorite Friday the 13th or Jason movie? Part 6 hands down. In my opinion, it has the best pacing, and the finale between Jason and Tommy is magnetic. The way Tommy finally kills Jason at the end is just so iconic, and is a satisfying conclusion to the Jarvis trilogy. This movie also really shows just how powerful Jason has become, and what an unstoppable force he is. Part 6 also made me hate the supporting cast a lot less than in the other films, where they, perhaps appropriately, feel like fodder. Here there were more stakes, and you understand the motivations of the characters and what their place is in the grand scheme of things. A year ago I would have said Part 6, but now my favorite is Part 4. Something about it feels very genuine and real to me. It may be too horny for its own good, but that honestly adds to the charm. I love human Jason, and the scenes with him in the hospital never fail to entertain me. I also like that the central relationship of the movie is one of sibling love instead of romantic love. Overall, a fun watch.
I really loved Part 1, simply because near the end Pamela seems to have so much emotion and reason to kill when she's explaining why she killed everyone to Alice, and the music throughout the entire franchise by Harry Manfredini is great, but it really shows in the boat scene how effective the sudden changes in the music's pace, tonality etc. can reflect the events happening on screen. Congrats on 46K, 50K soon maybe? Honestly, my favorite Friday the 13th is the 2009 remake, because I love how brutal and smart they made Jason, along with making it seem that it could happen in the real world just ups the scariness. Also, Derek Mears is in my opinion a perfect Kane Hodder replacement.
Part 7 is my go-to favorite. I just really like the look he had. The slow walk out of the lake is one of the most epic scenes in horror franchise history. No disrespect towards CJ Graham, but will always go down as runner-up in the Jason franchise for me. You just can't beat the unique attitude that Kane Hodder put into the Jason role. I wish he would have been in the 2009 remake in Freddy vs. Jason. Being that his was released on my birthday makes it pretty cool to me too. My favorite Friday film is a tough call between about 4 of them in no particular order, but Part 5 I always have a place. It's only for the reason of subverting the expectation that Jason was the killer. It was just some guy that went postal. And I like the ending shot where Tommy puts on the mask, and since he's always seeing Jason, I would have liked to see him go postal and become Jason before resurrecting him. My favorite Friday the 13th film is A New Beginning hands down. Roy to me is deserving of handling the Jason role, as he is just as indestructible as Jason, of course until he dies to the spikes. He gets stabbed and even hit with a tractor and fights off a chainsaw and still gets back up to kill. I personally find the film to be schlock and a junk food movie, but in that way I love it even more. It's simple, has some pretty memorable kills, funny lines and characters that are some of the best in the franchise like Demon and Ethel. Final Chapter is a very close second, as I really enjoy that one. However, to me Part 5 is my favorite, so much so that I now have a Part 5 hockey mask tattoo. My favorite Friday the 13th is Part 8. I'm not sure what it is about it that I like so much. It's probably one of my favorite performances by Kane Hodder, plus The Darkest Side of the Night is a kick-ass song. The design of Jason is also really cool in that movie. My favorite is Part 9 cause it's finally something different than the usual shit like teenagers and Jason kills them at Crystal Lake, but Part 9 is something different, and it's my favorite because 1, the gore, 2, the insanity, 3, and has the best looking Jason. Part 4 is by far my favorite. Iconic kills and characters are rememberable, with the classic low-budget 80s dialogue. Having Savini back on the SFX/makeup team did wonders for Jason, and it's his best appearance in film. You know I have a soft spot for Part 3. Jason getting his iconic hockey mask for the first time is always something that puts a smile on my face every time I watch it. I think my favorite Friday movie is Part 1. The whole vibe of Part 1 is so sinister and off-putting. You only see the killer at the end and she's just an old woman, someone you would never think of. It's a nice suspenseful movie, even with its flaws. For me, Part 4 is the pinnacle of the Friday movies. Corey Feldman starts off the Tommy Jarvis trilogy and is my favorite Jason adversary. The kills are great, J-Man looks wicked, and the movie strikes the perfect tone. I love it. Also, Crispin Glover. Enough said. Great content, man, keep up the good work. To be honest, my favorite Jason movie is Never Hike Alone. I know. It's not official. But it's a great work of art, and it's everything I love about Jason, and I wished he was more often instead of how campy the franchise became. I really have high hopes for a new modern Friday the 13th movie with less nudity and more darkness. My favorite Friday the 13th is part 2. It was Jason's first real appearance as the killer and it's just a good movie all around. My favorite is Jason X. I know, right? But man, that movie felt like I got 2 Jasons, an OG one and a future one, so it was awesome. Second fave would be part 7. I really love the zombie Jason look and you felt like he was under the water since part 6. Kane is my Jason 100%. Thanks for watching the video, I hope you have an awesome day.